longing for truth.
We turn to you. Make us your own, your holy people, light for the world
To see Christ be our light, shine in our hearts, shine through the darkness. Christ be our light, shine in your church, gathered today. Longing for peace, our world is troubled. Longing for hope, many despair. Your word alone has power to save us. Make us your living voice. Christ be our light, shine in our hearts, shine through the darkness. Christ be our light, shine in your church, gathered today. Longing for food, many are hungry. Longing for water, many still thirst. Make us your bread, broken for others, shared until all are fed. Christ be our light, shine in our hearts, shine through the darkness. Christ be our light, shine in your church, gathered today.
So I'm really delighted to say, children, that last Sunday our church, the Church of St John and St Stephen, was finally open for people to come in and worship again, because lots of the churches have been shut because of the virus and not wanting it to spread around. But we were in church on Sunday and we were thinking about that story where Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a donkey, and lots of people were so excited because they thought that he was going to save everybody right then and there, and he was going to be like a soldier who would come in and sort everything out. And so they picked up palms, and that's why we call it Palm Sunday, and they were waving them because they're like branches off a tree, and they waved and they were singing and they were dancing and very excited. But as we saw in the presentation, it wasn't long before they changed their minds, and the people who didn't want Jesus to be that sort of king, to be that gentle king on a donkey, they turned everybody against him. And so it wasn't long before people were shouting for him to be killed. Now, I wonder if you've ever thought why it is that we call Good Friday good. It's going to be one of your first days off when you're in the holidays for your Easter holidays. And you'll have Good Friday and you might just think, oh, I don't really know what that means. Or if you thought about it and you think, well, that's when Christians remember that Jesus died. So why do we call it good? Because it wasn't a good thing that happened on many levels. It was a cruel thing, and Jesus was innocent and he didn't really deserve to be put on that cross. But Christians have felt that somehow it was to do with them being able to have forgiveness of the things that they've done wrong, and somehow for it to be a clear and a clean start, and for all of the mess, muddle and difficult and sad things that we have to go through, and there have been many of those in the last year. Somehow Jesus coming through death and rising again can make sense of it. And so that's why we call it Good Friday. Easter, of course, always comes in the springtime, along with other religions who have their special festivals in the spring when things are just starting to be better in the weather and we're thinking about new things beginning. And so I'm sure you'll have some eggs, and I hope you really, really enjoy them on Easter Day. But let's just think about those things that we think about with Easter: eggs, maybe bunnies, and the freshness of spring and new things growing like they are in my garden here. Let's just think about those and how that links with the story of Jesus for a few moments.
All About Easter, a resurrection rhyme, written by Bob Hartman and illustrated by Mark Beach. You might think that Easter is all about eggs, hunting for hidden and hard-boiled eggs, but Easter is less about looking for eggs than looking for something else. It starts with some women bound for a tomb. Jesus was dead and armed with perfume. They went before dawn in the deep morning gloom to anoint their friend's body with spices. But when they arrived, the body was gone. The tomb had been opened somehow by someone. But opened by whom? And why was it done? And where was his body now? You might think that Easter is all about bunnies. Bunnies are quick. I really like bunnies. But Easter is less about quick little bunnies than something much quicker by far. For quicker than bunnies, 2 angels appeared and dazzled the women, then said, "Do not fear. Jesus is back. He's alive. He's not here. Now go tell his friends what you've seen." So quickly than bunnies, the women ran off. They told Jesus' friends, but some of them laughed. So Peter ran back to see for himself and believe what the women said. You might think that Easter is all about spring, things springing to life once again in the spring. But Easter is less about new life in spring than springing to life forever. For when Jesus rose, he had a new body, a living forever, whatever new body. A not dying ever and clever new body that surprised every one of his friends. He walked in the room, through the door that had been locked. "It's a ghost," his friends whispered, frightened and shocked. "Touch my hands then," said Jesus. "Feel the nail marks. It's me, I'm really here." You might think that Easter is all about chocolate. Chocolate's amazing. I love to eat chocolate. But Easter is so much sweeter than chocolate, much sweeter than chocolate by far. For when he appeared to 500 more friends, his time here on earth came at last to an end. And up through the clouds in the sky Jesus went to sit at the right hand of God. "Now go tell my story," he said to his friends. "Tell the world I'm alive and that shortly I'll send my own Holy Spirit to fill them up when they believe and receive my love. A new life for now, changed and forgiven. A new life forever that just keeps on living. Even after you die, it's the gift I'll be giving. Sweeter than chocolate, fresher than spring, quicker than bunnies, better than eggs. The best Easter present of all."
make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Lord, turn his face toward you and give you peace. The Lord bless you and keep you,
Make his face shine upon you.
and be gracious to you.
The Lord turn his face toward you
And give you peace.
The Lord bless you
And keep you, make his face shine upon you,
And be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you.
and give you peace.
Amen. Amen.
Pray a blessing, manna rain down from heaven. This isn't second guessing, we know that we are protected. May the peace that surpasses all understanding be our message. Grace and favors in your nature, in your
May
essence.
his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations,
And your family, and your children,
and the children, and the children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children.